Hi future homeowners! Welcome back again to our YouTube channel here at Your Top Realtor. So for today's vlog, we have special guests, none other than Miss Diana Del Rosario Cahucom, the Vice President of Cresta de Oro. Ayan. Say hi ka, ma'am, to our
Hello,
vlog.
everyone! Hello,
Ayun.
future homeowners!
Ayan, ma'am. So, for today's vlog, we will be featuring the project Solleado.
Okay.
Yeah. So, ma'am, can you please give us a little bit background about Solleado, who is the developer behind our project?
Okay. Solleado Tropical Condo Villas is a new project development here in Bataan. So the name of the developer is of course us. We are Cresta de Oro Philippines Incorporated. We are a local developer based here in Bataan. We have been buying properties or developing properties that we think has the best potential for investment and best potential for development. So we have subdivisions in Balanga, in Mariveles, and of course, here in Bagac Bataan. So this is our new project, the Solleado Tropical Condo Villas. It's a condominium project within the resort. So it's within the La Jolla Leisure Estates community. So
Nice.
yeah,
So,
it's a resort community in Bagac.
nice. Because most of our clients or buyers are really looking for a reputable developer with a proven track record. So, that being said, what are the successful projects na meron na si Cresta de Oro, ma'am? Just to name a few lang, so that at least our clients are very confident when it comes to investing their hard-earned money to this project.
Okay, so before we started project development like this, we have been into construction business. We are a AAA construction company,
Wow.
but we specialize in ports and piers.
Oh.
And then 15 years ago, we started land banking, and then we started a project development. We have Westfields in Balanga, we have Sunny Homes Mariveles, and also inside La Jolla, we have a subdivision here, phase 1 and phase 2. And guess what? Almost sold out yan in just a matter of 2 years.
Wow.
So we have about 200 lot owners. We sold easily without really getting too much salespeople, ganyan. Just locals lang ang buyers namin. And even mga locals from Bagac and from Balanga, yun yung mga buyers namin. Because you know why? The beach that can access when you buy a property in La Jolla is one of the most famous beaches here in Bataan. It's the iconic cove of Look.
Wow, nice. And again, yun nga, what makes Solleado special ba? So, what are the factors why a buyer should consider this?
You know, we want to give your future home buyers an opportunity to own a resort property. So it's within the resort, of course, and there are privileges, special perks and privileges only for unit owners. So that's the special catch of the project. No?
And of course, not only that, no, ma'am. Just to add, no, of course, living with nature.
Of
and,
course, living with
having a unit
nature.
here, you have really a slice of paradise. Waking up every day with this beautiful view, no. Actually, we're here in the show unit, no. And later on, we'll be showing around as well what a one bedroom would look like. No?
Yes.
So when it comes to the type of units for Solleado, what are the unit types na meron tayo?
So we have a studio unit,
Studio.
1 bedroom unit, 2 bedroom unit, and all units have loft also on the 5th floor because you know our building only have 5 floors eh. So at first they were asking me, why didn't you make it like 12 stories? Syempre, the higher, the greater the income, diba?
Correct.
But for us kasi, we want our unit owners to feel pa rin luxury and exclusivity. That's why we limit the floors into 5 lang, and then each tower has about 68 to 70 units lang. So very, very limited because we don't want a high density type na you're not gonna enjoy na because there are too much people are crowded. So that's the whole concept. Parang feel pa rin the exclusivity and the...
Oh, that's nice. So, yun nga ma'am, when it comes to the unit types, I believe the studio unit starts with 38 square meter of floor area. So, approximately ganon. So, basically, with that number floor area or air na size, normally, kasi we're also selling in Metro Manila, in Pampanga. So, with the size of a 38 square meter, it's really spacious enough. Normally, with studio or 1 bedroom in Pampanga or in Manila, 38 square meters already one bedroom.
Of course. So,
with
mga 20, no, or 15 square meters na nga lang
yung
na.
mga nandun.
Oh my gosh, wag naman. Because, you know, when you go to a resort, syempre, kaya nga you want to go here because you want to breathe eh.
Correct.
You want to, like, feel the nature and
Correct.
medyo relax. So, parang, for us kasi, when you're cramped in a small space, parang you won't feel relaxed naman by that.
Correct.
So, talagang we gave at least yon. If you can go and check our room sa La Jolla, it's almost the same orientation. And we feel na, for me, I can stay there for a week. So, alam mo yung feel na comfortable ka with that size. That's why we created yung the smallest unit will be that. We have about 125 square meters yung mga nasa loft natin. So, yung lahat ng fifth floor kasi has a loft. So, studio with loft, one bedroom with loft, and two bedroom with loft. So, siya mas bigger. About biggest natin, about 125 square meters. That's about the size of a house, di ba?
Correct.
So, para naman mo feel yung space and ma-relax sila when they...
Yes, and every unit types comes with a balcony. Gusto ko nga yung yung theme natin na life with a view. So, lahat ng unit type natin ay may balcony.
Yeah, and the orientation of the tower, we made sure na meron silang good view of the beach, of the cove side, and also on the other side naman, there's also a mountain, and there's also a beach view from the other side. So, both sides, meron silang view of the beach. So, we really made sure na each unit has a balcony, as you said kanina. Of course, para ma-appreciate nila, they go out and then enjoy syempre the view.
That's nice. So, imagine really waking up every single day with a perfect view of the mix of blues and greens, the mountain and the beach. Yun, no? So, when it comes naman sa safety, since it's a cove, so our clients are also like after with the safety.
Of course.
So, safe naman tayo
Of
when it
course,
comes sa...
because it's inside the resort community nga. And you know, my advice always as mga retirees who wants to have their retirement home eventually, parang instead of buying a piece of property sa malalayong like a farm or something, why not go to a safe and organized community?
Correct.
Kasi pag mga oldies na yan, syempre, parang dapat safe yung environment nila. So, ito is perfect. Kaya most of our buyers talaga are really mga retirees talaga because yun, gusto na nilang mag-retire in a safe community. So, that's very, very important.
Just like our foreigner client who
Of
bought
course.
two-bedroom
So
unit
this
dito.
is major consideration eh.
Yes.
Safe, tapos with the perfect view,
Correct.
tapos everything around is, one of the best advantage din now sa Bataan is yung lifestyle.
Correct.
You know, yung quality of life. Kasi ang Bataan, laid back, pero it's complete. You know, it's geographical advantage. Lapit namin from Manila. We're like 2 to 3 hours drive from Manila. Tapos yung airport, we're like 1 to 2 hours from Clark International Airport. Tapos here kasi, it's like 45 minutes drive. We have Subic, may access sa Subic, and then Balanga. Yung strategic or yung geographical location niya is really perfect.
Yes.
Tapos, syempre, for a senior citizen, yun yung mga major consideration, di ba? So, para sa akin, it's really a perfect place for retirement.
In short, it's very accessible. Actually, yun nga, our client from Singapore, no? He flew, no, and
All the
scheduled flight.
Mabilis lang.
Mabilis lang. And actually, ako nag-drive doon. So, mabilis, very accessible siya. And he's also, again, retiree. And na-mention nyo din kanina about yung mga oldies, ganyan, no? And meron din tayong elevator.
Of course, we have an elevator.
Tapos, of course, we love the culture as well of mga taga-Bataan.
Of course, no? And here in Bataan, we have history. Of course, you know naman, we have Mount Samat, we have history, culture namin, yung food, medyo ma-foodie din ng mga taga-Bataan, and yung mga locals namin, we support locals. And then, yung mga natutuwa, yung mga foreigners. Kaya, you know, lahat ng mga buyers namin lately are talagang foreigners. I was surprised na I have a client din, isa, foreigner din siya, no? Parang sabi niya, I fell in love with the place. Kasi talagang nakita niya yung beach, very pristine pa yung sand. And the way we created the resort talaga is talagang combined with nature talaga. As in, bawal kami mag-cut ng mga trees during development. As in, lahat ng mga trees giniliran namin. Ganon. And then even, if you can see even yung mga restaurants dito, may puno sa gitna. So talagang we respect that because we know priceless talaga yung values ng tree. Kaya yung mga guests natin, kahit 12 o'clock ng tanghali, Usually, pag pupunta ka sa ibang resort, 10 o'clock, tatago ka na sa room, mag-aircon ka na, di ba? Pero here, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, nasa ilalim sila ng puno natutulog. So, yun yung talagang sulit. Very pristine yung beauty ng beach natin. And of course, yung cove natin, very safe siyang liguan because it's a cove, walang alon, di ba?
Correct, yun nga yung napansin namin.
So very safe for kids na liguan. So talagang, para sa akin, napaka-perfect nitong place na to.
Correct. And speaking of culture, you mentioned na yung sa food. Actually, kumain kami dito. We had the binakon, with sisig, yung pansit. Ang daming mga masarap na pagkain dito and I would really love to commend your chef.
Thank you.
Ang sarap talaga. Honestly, ang sarap. Yun.
Mga guests namin dito always long staying eh. Minsan 3 days, 4 days. So parang minsan naman nagsasabi sila na puro Filipino food. Kaya medyo nag-alter kami na we have parang 4 outlets dyan. So, may pizza dun sa area na yun, or pasta. Meron namang dito Filipino food. Dito sa other side, sa tabi ng beach, may sizzling area. So, as much as possible, we try to keep them, alam mo yun, interesting. We want to keep the resort interesting para lahat ita-try nila, para hindi rin sila magsawa. Pero talagang marami nagko-comment dun sa Filipino beach bar restaurant namin kasi Pinoy food eh.
Ang sarap, ang sarap.
Thank you.
Yun nga, having said that, if you're living here, you already have the access to the restaurant. So, it's already within your reach, no? Na
so
may food, kaya hindi ka na din lalabas, no? And I believe you also conduct mga parties, like every night then, or some other time na mga
weekends,
during
the
weekends.
weekends.
Experience ko yung neon light party,
entertainment, of course.
So, yun, pa ba?
Yun lang. So, parang, I think yun nga, very proud ako na even walk-ins guest namin, na biglang malalaman na may development, biglang magbabayad, na parang, what is the reason po? I'm always asking, kasi curious ako, because of course, I want to know, to study the market. Talagang, I fell in love with the place. Ganun lang sila, na parang sobrang, proud and happy na ganun sila. So, kaya naman, on our end, talagang binibilisan namin yung project. Kasi, hindi naman kami big shot developer. But, we want to really complete the project before we sell. Actually, ganun nga talaga yung concept eh. Pero so far naman, the development of the project, we started about November kami nag-groundbreaking, but we started the actual construction mga January. So, about 1 year na now. It's about 40% na yung construction niya. So, so far, we're on the schedule naman. Kaya, yan, from time to time, we will update our clients. Happy sila. No? So,
actually, from here, maybe we could just flash the construction in progress
of the tower.
Yep, which is at 40% that you've mentioned, and as per our engineering. And mostly, of course, our clients are very curious kung kailan nga ba yung target turnover ng mga units natin. So, what's the tentative target date of completion of the project?
The target completion date will be on 2028.
Second quarter.
So about that time. So about mga 2 years pa naman. Pero so far up to date naman. Sana. Fingers crossed, yeah. But we have a contractor kasi, which a foreign yung company na hire namin to do the building. Syempre very, very professional sila. And kaya lang syempre with the economic meltdown, of course, yung mga transportation and everything, naku, sana naman wag ma-hamper. Pero so far, up to date naman sila.
Yes. And of course, not just the beach, but of course, we also invested into the premium quality that you have used dito sa project natin.
Of course, yeah.
And some, of course, the clients normally ask how much would be the condo dues. So, do you have like estimated price per square of condo dues?
On our master deed kasi, the condominium dues is about 25 pesos. That's starting. That's my initial application. But of course, eventually, the condominium corporation will have to like adjust it depending on the actual expenses of the condominium corporation. That's the guiding rate. But of course, plus insurance, which will be divided among all the units, plus of course the real property taxes. So plus. So about 25 plus, siguro naman not more than 40 pesos. A little bit lang naman yun.
So it's still affordable.
It's still affordable because in my house it's about parang 80 pesos per. So very, very high. So very, very affordable. So, yeah.
And of course, for this type of property that our client will gonna invest, so we have perpetual ownership. So it's a lifetime ownership.
Of course, yes.
And speaking of lifetime, one of the privilege and perks of a unit owner here is having a lifetime access with your share, right?
Yes. Actually, we don't call it membership yet because it's not yet established as membership shares, same as other companies, no? But we call it access. So once you are a unit owner, there's a partnership between La Jolla and Solleado and also our lot owners, same as their privileges before. That upon signing of the contract, we review them the master deed plus the house rules or the privileges at the resort. So the family member, including the children, will be the dependents. Plus, they can bring 3 guests. So that's the free or the perks that they get. So as long as you are a unit owner, you're free to enter the beach. Anyway, the beach is really.
So
but of course, they have they have to pay the food. They have to pay, if they're gonna use the hotel, they have to pay the hotel. Only the amenities. Or, actually, certain amenities like there's a designated cabana. The beach is okay, you know. But
Yes, speaking of amenities, apart from La Jolla, which is yun nga, our clients have this access, no? So basically, for Solleado itself, we have own amenities. So iba pa yung sa La Jolla, and we also have another amenity area for Solleado, which are, I believe, based on the perspective for the swimming pool, you have the multi-level swimming pool.
We have a pool. Yeah, also they have their own because eventually, Solleado has to stand on its own, diba? They have to have their own pool and
the gym, function room,
jogging trails. The regular ones just to promote wellness, no? And we have small function rooms, so things like that. They have their own clubhouse, but additional lang yung entrance nila doon. So dito pa lang sa Solleado, goods na sila. I mean, satisfied na sila because they also have their own beach access eventually, di ba? So yeah.
So basically, La Jolla is just an extended
just an additional perks lang siya, yeah. But focusing on the development of Solleado alone, I think magiging very, very happy na sila.
Of course.
So, because they have their own pool. Baka nga mas konti pa yung tao mas exclusive because ang konti lang nila, like 60 families, diba? Imagine. So, but for the first, on the original master plan kasi, we're planning to put up 8 towers. But for the license to sell that we have right now, we have 2 towers pa lang. But I think we're building 1 lang muna just to try and maybe in the middle of this year or by end of this year, we will really decide whether to put up another one. So hopefully, slowly, because mas gusto ko ganon. Kesa sa I'll build a lot and then it's gonna be empty.
So, gradually naman, we'll get there. So, at least we have pipelines in the future. So, speaking of future, I believe there's also future development that's coming in here in Bataan. I believe the government has a plan to connect the bridge from here to Cavite or to the Manila. So, kailan nga yung time?
Yun nga, isa yun sa mga lagi kong minimension sa client, no? Aside dun sa geographical advantage ng Bataan ngayon, ang lapit niya with everything, tapos laid back yung lifestyle. So, parang ang ganda. Yung kasing advantage niya sa economic growth. So, lalo na dyan sa paparating na bridge, there's this, they're about to construct a Cavite Mariveles Bridge. So, it will connect us from the south. So imagine Bataan before is a dead end. Kaya parang feeling na dead end, malayo yan. But now it's gonna be connected sa south. So may access kami sa north, Quezon City, and then may access din kami sa south. So di ba perfect? And kaya, you know what, as I mentioned before, we also have other projects along sa Bataan, no? Grabe, sobrang ganda ng sales namin because yun nga, in-anticipate na nila yung bridge. So talagang medyo tataas talaga yung value ng Bataan ngayon. Kasi makukonect kami sa south, diba? So, yun. So, ano yun? Mariveles Cavite Bridge yun.
That's nice. Sustainable development. Meron dito. And of course, we're also giving opportunities as well to our investor that could create our clients a income. Kasi here, pwede yung Airbnb. Tama po ba? So, at least, yun nga, if they want to rent out their unit, pwede.
Actually, they're allowed to have their units rented out because I understand naman, of course, if you're living in Manila and sometimes wala nang nagsistay, or it's up to them if they want them to rent it out. Also, we will create a property management company who can do the cleaning lang. At first nga, I was advised na, are you sure you can still handle that? Because it will cannibalize, of course, your resort property, yung business na resort property. Sabi ko naman, it's a different offer naman eh. This one, they can cater to like mga apartment, service
Ah.
apartment type na they can cook their own, they can, or do their own, or
Ah.
stay for a longer
Yeah.
period of time. Sa Lokoya naman kasi, it's a hotel. So,
Correct.
there's a buffet, breakfast. So, it's a different offerings naman eh. So, I don't think it's gonna be like that. And also, right now kasi we're building a convention center, 1,000 capacity convention center,
Wow.
which will about to be finished supposedly ngayong mga third quarter of 2026. So,
So what are we waiting for, no, Ma'am Diana? So we're excited to show them around
of course, yeah,
what
let's
a
do
one
this.
bedroom would look like. So
Okay.
at least they have an idea. So let's go. Ayan, welcome to your one bedroom unit with a 53.4 square meter of floor area. So this will be your layout, no, ma'am? Napakaganda ng
Yes.
pagkaka-interior din, no?
Yes.
And beach, parang beach vibe, tropical beach interior design,
You
no?
like the blue color?
Yes, that's my favorite color. So, ganda.
Actually, this is carefully designed na syempre gusto namin talaga balcony kasi yun yung talagang highlight eh. So that is the main reason kung bakit ang ating living area is
Yes.
connected to the balcony, and at the same time, yung bedroom, master's bedroom, has its own connection to the balcony.
Oh.
So dalawa yan, ayan. So para if you're a couple, gusto mo mag-relax sa gabi, I want to highlight, of course, yung balcony. Tara, dito
Tara,
tayo.
let's go.
Kasi this is the highlight eh.
Syempre naman, kaya nga, life with a view. Yan.
Of course, yan.
So, napaka-spacious niya, no? And
yeah.
imagine, like, waking up every single day
Yeah,
talaga.
with this view.
With this view, so...
Also, Alan, imagine, this is just the first floor. What if you're on the fourth floor and fifth floor? As in, siguro, seamless siguro talaga yung view natin, di ba? Or medyo unobstructed. Ngayon nga, first floor, bet ko na eh, di ba? Bet ko na yung beach.
Ang ganda.
And sa totoo lang, out of the whole 70 hectares ng La Jolla Leisure Estates, we chopped off 3.2 for the Solleado community. Ito yung prime.
Wow.
Siya yung kung cove, siya yung gitnang-gitna. Kaya ito talaga yung best view of the beach talaga.
Speaking of view, we could also see the ongoing construction development. No?
That's the actual building natin.
Yeah, the actual building na in progress na at 40% completion. Yes. And we're so excited, no?
Of course.
Na malapit na din siyang matapos. And yun nga, with this kind of view, you have really the mix of blues and greens.
Yes,
and you have the mountains, and you have, of course, the beautiful beach, very calm and peaceful. And sobrang relaxing dito.
I know. And also, lahat ng mga other developers na nag-o-offer kasi ng beach property, they're like mga 2 kilometers pa from the beach. Ito kasi, talagang walking distance from the beach. Kaya talagang beach property, di ba? That's a big difference eh. Kasi, syempre, if I'm the developer, ayaw mo rin talagang, gusto mo rin ma-maximize yung beachfront. So, talagang dun sa taas mo sa ilalagay. Pero this one, nakapagbigay tayo ng closest to the beach, na walkable talaga yung dagat. So, that's a good plus points natin yan.
Of course.
Yes.
Yan. And most importantly, ma'am, so, how much would a unit cost? So, starting from studio, 1 bedroom, up until 2-bedroom unit. So, can you please give us a price range so that our clients could get an idea?
Of course. Our unit ranges from about 7 million up to 2-bedroom is about 15. But of course, we have a special yung mga loft areas natin sa taas, about more than like about 20. So about mga ganon. Ranges from 17 to 20. But we have flexible payment terms. We offer a pre-selling price right now. So very, very good to take advantage of. And with packages na inclusive with the ownership, naku, sobrang mura na lang. Yun nga lang privileges of, I have local buyers, no, na who are from Bataan also. Every day they're here sa resort, lalo na pag nakita nila yung beauty ng beach natin.
Of course, with a starting price point of 7M-ish plus
7 million,
and above. So, you could really have a slice of paradise here in Solleado. So, ayun. So, for more information of this project, feel free to message us with this number below, and we're more than happy to see you with living in nature. Yan. Dito sa Solleado lang yan. So, see you on our next vlog. Bye for now!